Hi, Mr. Cattelan. Nice to have you here today. Can you tell us about your journey as an artist and what initially drew you to the world of contemporary art?
I had no formal art training, and my path to a career was not a traditional one. I grew up in Padua, Italy, and when I was younger, I didn't envision myself as an artist. I loved to challenge authority, and I got poor grades, and I dropped out of high school. I found myself in a string of unfulfilling jobs, from working in post offices to assisting in mortuaries and kitchens, and all to support my family. I despised it, but I was really fascinated with the status of being an artist and having artwork displayed in magazines. So I decided to take a magazine cover myself. After creating my own house of cards sculpture with a popular magazine called Flash Art, I photographed this and created a convincing fake magazine cover, which then I distributed. This launched my career in art, which I was drawn to because I could finally be true to myself.
That's really interesting. What materials and mediums do you typically work with and why?
I use a lot of different mediums, and my popular work is mostly sculpture. I have used some photography. I've done a few taxidermy animal scenes, which I started to become known for, and also ready-made inspired works. I like my work to challenge what is expected, so I will often be using unique mediums. I also like the absurdity of creating a piece of art with taxidermied animals.
That's really interesting. I've never heard of an artist using taxidermy animals before. In your opinion, what role does humor play in contemporary art and how does it influence your practice?
For me, humor is a means of disarming the viewer, opening them up to deeper contemplation of the absurdities and contradictions inherent in our society. It allows me to address serious themes with a light touch, sparking conversations and reflections that might otherwise be overlooked or dismissed. I also think it can be used as a means to grab the viewer's attention, and I'm a very humorous person, so I like to extend that into my art and create irony when my piece has a darker, more serious message.
Nice. Explain the concept of comedian and what other themes or concepts do you explore in your art?
I guess I should show a picture. This is my piece, Comedian. It's a banana taped to the wall. To me, Comedian was not a joke. It was a sincere commentary and reflection on what we value. At art fairs, speed and business reign, so I saw it like this. If I had to be at a fair, I could sell a banana like others sell their paintings. I could play within the system, but with my rules. I cannot predict how people would react, but I hope that these new works can change up the normal viewing habits and open a discussion on what really matters. We are surrounded by conversations based on immaterial structures, social values, and hierarchies that we created, but usually we prefer to forget this. Other themes I also focus on are challenging authority, challenging societal norms, mortality, absurdity, and of course these include some humor. But I always aim to provoke thought in my viewers. I want my work to feel real and to get people to think about life's big questions.
Very nice. America, a fully functioning solid gold toilet was installed in the Guggenheim Museum. What commentary were you making on society and wealth with this piece?
Marcel Duchamp is one of my idols, so when I made this piece, America, I was referencing his piece, Fountain, from 1917. I wanted to critique excessive wealth, and I wanted this piece to have a democratic appeal. Through this piece, I aim to highlight the problem of wealth disparity and the ways in which society often elevates material possessions to the status of art. By inviting visitors to interact with the toilet, I encourage them to confront their own relationship with money, privilege, and status. Placing such a mundane object in a prestigious art institution challenges the very notion of value and worth. It's a commentary on the worship of materialism, the idolization of wealth, and the disparities that exist in our society. By titling this piece America, I was directly addressing the issue in American society and creating some humor too.
That's a very interesting take on that. What do you hope viewers take away from experiencing your work?
I hope whether people are amused, revolted, or shocked by my work, I hope they take something greater out of it. I like my pieces to grab everyone's attention, and I enjoy critiquing society, culture, and history. I'm also a huge fan of using irony and dark humor in my art. Most of all, I like to challenge conventions and break the mold in the art world.
It was nice meeting with you.
Very nice to meet you too.